Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Leslie, and just so I don't clickbait you too much on the thumbnail, this is my cat, Pixel. She is a long hair ragdoll cat, and she went to the vet this morning, so she's being a little extra clingy. So if you see a random tail pop up, that is her. For today's video, I thought it might be fun to talk about some things that I spend money on that might surprise you, because sometimes, oh my gosh, I might have to get her out of this room. For today's video, I thought it might be fun to talk about some things that I spend money on that might surprise you, because some of these things are tips that other channels tend to give as things to not spend money on and to find other methods to save your money instead of doing these things. These are the rules that I'm breaking as far as saving money. The first thing I spend money on that may surprise you is a gym membership. So many people say that you shouldn't get a gym membership. Just do YouTube videos, do home workouts, use your, buy some light dumbbells, treadmill, whatever you want to do. I actually spent some time over the past year, both my husband and I, building our home gym. We have a great home gym, but the problem is I got a DEXA scan just a couple months ago, and apparently my bone density is awful. So osteopenia runs in my family, and my bone density is just suffering right now. And one of the best things to do for that is lift heavy weights. I just don't have the room. I'm in an apartment, so I really just don't have the room to invest in that much weight to buy the proper machines for the kind of workout that I need to be doing. The office that I work at has a gym. I decided to just join their gym. It's so convenient. It's right there. I can go before or after work, and a lot of times I end up beating the traffic on the way home if I go after work because there's less traffic when I get out of the gym. So it's just so convenient, and something that I really care about as far as health. I do still have some workout supplies at home, so if for some reason the gym membership doesn't seem to be paying off, which it has been so far, so I don't see myself stopping, but if for some reason I do, at least I still have some stuff at home. But for now, the gym membership is so worth it. Along those same lines, health is something that is really important to me and something I am totally fine spending money on if it makes a difference. So one thing I do pay a little extra for is organic food, or things like pasture-raised, grass-fed, that kind of thing. Just because the nutritional value, the lower use of pesticides, just some of the benefits of those things are important to me. The one thing I will say is that I don't do it every time. So there are some things I will buy organic or pasture-raised, etc. every single time, and that's milk and eggs. But as far as things like beef, vegetables, just packaged food, that kind of stuff, it's sort of hit or miss. But if the price is close, I will always just go ahead and buy the organic one, just because it's a better value for your health. One thing I will add to the nutrition stuff is that my undergrad degree is actually in dietetics/nutrition. So it's just something that I always have on my mind, and it's really important to me. So I know not everyone sees the benefits of organic or cares to buy organic, but it's something that's important to me. Another thing I think you'll be really surprised that I spend money on is a house cleaning service for my 2-bedroom apartment. So I was a stay-at-home mom for a few years, so I was totally fine cleaning while I was obviously staying at home. But once I returned to the office and returned to a full-time job, the last thing I want to do is clean, especially when I get home, because I don't have that much time after I get home. I'm gone from 7 a.m. to almost 7 p.m. And I also didn't want to spend my weekends cleaning. And it was also becoming a source of conflict between me and my husband, because he was so used to me doing everything. And then even the things that I would ask him to do, he wasn't always great at. And then that would frustrate me, and it just created so much conflict. I decided that it would be better to just pay a house cleaning service. Right now they come once a month and just do all the deep cleaning, and it is absolutely amazing. It is the best thing I have ever spent money on. I have no regrets. We're going to keep doing it unless for some reason we have to stop. So I absolutely love that service. The next one I think is actually pretty common with a lot of frugal people and minimalism people and anyone in that kind of space, and that is buying quality clothes and accessories, and just quality stuff in general with whatever you're purchasing. If you buy something that is super cheap, fast fashion, anything like that, just knockoff brands on Amazon, you know that a lot of times you're going to end up replacing it later. So it's just not worth the cheap price tag to have something that's just going to fall apart and you have to replace anyway. So I am more than willing to just go ahead, pay a little extra, and get something that's good quality. The only problem with that is that sometimes things you think are good quality and name brands end up not being so great quality, but that's just another story. I always try my best to buy the best quality. I also do have some subscription services. I only have a few. I have Audible, Hulu, Adobe, Microsoft Office, and a cloud storage service because I have a lot of digital stuff. So these are the 5 that I don't mind spending my money on. I am on the fence about Audible because sometimes I end up just buying audiobooks when they go on sale instead of using my credits. So that Audible I'm a little on the fence about, but I do still enjoy it. And it's really easy to pause the subscription if you really want to. We did get rid of a few over the past month. We got rid of Max and Disney. I think that's it for now, but I'm definitely being more careful about what subscriptions I get because not all of them are worth it. This one, although I don't think anyone will be surprised exactly by this one, I do pay for occasional salon visits. So my hair is very long and I do have the video in the works, or I already posted it. I'm not sure when I'm posting this, but anyway, I do have a video about how I cut my own hair. Because I do cut my own hair sometimes, but the method I use to cut my hair isn't great for removing length. It will clean up the ends and keep the layers in, but if I want to remove length, I will definitely go to the salon. And every once in a while, I do get highlights in my hair. It's been like a year and a half, and I don't necessarily feel the need to right now, but I might end up doing that this year. But since it's been so long, it's something that I'm okay with treating myself to. One thing I think a lot of people keep in mind when they're watching their budget or trying to declutter or any of these things is spending money on experiences rather than stuff. So that's one that I've really been trying to focus on, is spending money on experiences. Especially as my 5-year-old is getting older, she's gotten to that age where she's forming really solid memories, and I want her to remember spending time with me and her dad instead of just having a bunch of stuff that she doesn't even play with. She gets toys all the time that they just sit there. She doesn't even like toys. She'd rather be out at the park or something. So spending money on experiences is just a really easy thing to do. And I'm sorry if you hear my little one in the background. She's in the other room, but it's that time of day where she has a ton of energy, so you might hear her a little bit. But the final thing on this list is going to be preschool. So this is one that also may surprise you, that I spend money on preschool when there is free public pre-K. But I was planning on putting her in public pre-K, but the curriculum didn't really impress me. She was doing all the same things she was doing at daycare. It didn't seem to be like as educational as I thought it would be. Her daycare is really good about teaching her things. I mean, she learned so much when she was like 3 and 4 in daycare. So seeing that the pre-K schedule just had even less than her daycare did, I didn't like that. Her daycare actually has a preschool program, so we ended up just paying to keep her in the daycare preschool program instead of going to public pre-K. I thought the cost wasn't even that different because we'd still have to pay for before and after school care. The cost was about $100 a week difference, which in order for her to have a better education, and her preschool teacher is great, she promised she would get her reading, and she did. She got her reading within like 2 months of being in their preschool program. It's been amazing. So it turned out to be a really good decision, and I definitely stand by it. Those are the 8 things that I spend money on that might surprise you. Were you surprised by any? Do you do any of these things? Are there some that you would say, hey, that's totally not worth it? What are you doing? I'm sure there are. So let me know what you think. What things do you spend money on that you feel are worth it for your family? I would love to know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.